here I'm going to discuss what hybrid instruction is going to look like for this class. So right now, the burning question is probably, when do I come to class? How do I know when to come to class? And what are we going to do in class, right? How is coming to class going to be different than, me just sort of going over the same things that are in the videos? All right. And I purposely make sure that our class time is used differently than what you see in the videos, all right? Because you could watch the video of me going over the notes at home in your pajamas in your dorm room just as easily as you could get dressed, come out in the cold and come to class and watch me do that. So I purposely make sure that I use class time differently. I'm kind of doing the flipped classroom approach a little bit. If any of you had that in high school, where you come to class and we work more on the homework problems, and also I'll work more with you on the participation problems, all right? So that during class, a lot of what you're doing is, I'll lecture a little, I'll kind of summarize some of the things that are in the video, or maybe go over some of the more difficult concepts from the video. But mostly when you come to class, you're going to be working on homework problems and participation problems with my support. All right, that's mostly how we will use our class time. But anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself a little bit. First question is, how do you know when to come to class? And so I'm going to do two things to communicate with you. I am going to always have that posted on the front page, the home page of Canvas, right? For each week. What I did last semester is, while students were taking their quiz every Friday, I updated this page, I updated any sign-up sheets, and then I also emailed everyone, all right? So you will have an email telling you when to come to class, and also you can find that information. If you ignore your email, which I know some students do, which you shouldn't, but I know students, you're inundated with a lot of emails and you don't always pay attention to every single one. So here's where you can find that information. So things that I discuss here in the syllabus, so let me pull that up. So as of last summer, when I was trying to plan for a hybrid course, I had no idea what I was doing. Luckily, oh, wait, I'm sorry. Give me a second. Speaking of having no idea what I'm doing, I shared my screen, or I didn't share my screen. Okay, here we go. Takes me a second to do that. So anyway, I had no idea what I was doing. I just started off kind of winging it to see what worked. Luckily at this point, I have a pretty good sense of the kinds of things that worked well. And I found that the routine that I settled into last fall was to have a weekly review day. And that's a day that I offer a Zoom in option. And so that's a day where I will go over all of the material from the week before, and that will help you prepare for the quiz that coming Friday. And so that worked very well. And the reason I offered a Zoom in option is because this would be a day where I'm going over things that are not necessarily in the lesson videos. All right, I will supplement with additional problems and maybe give some hints, right? A lot of times I like to reward people who, come in during these optional times. So I might be giving some hints about what will be on the quiz on Friday. So there will be one day a week with the Zoom in option or in-person option. And then one day is a quiz day. And then we'll be in two cohorts. Please try to keep track of whether you're cohort A or cohort B. And I will rotate when you come into class. So I know it would be easier on you if you could say every Tuesday I go to math. I rotated who came when, partly because the earlier cohort, sometimes I have to ask them to watch ahead, and I have to say to them, be sure you've watched day 1 and 2 videos. And so then those people have to be ahead. And so I kind of like to rotate, who's got to be ahead on watching the videos and who doesn't have to be. Also, I'm kind of thinking that we'll do the review day on Mondays, but that can change. I like to give myself that option of being flexible, depending on the material, depending on what else is going on. We have a few disruptions to our schedule with rejuvenation days that will change our weeks a little bit. So I like to just have that flexibility where I say, I'll let you know by Friday of the week before, but these particular days can fall at any point. So I think that that's all I need to tell you here about coming to class. So thanks for watching. And I will see you on the day that your cohort is scheduled to arrive.